Hello everyone, welcome to another session of the Reading Wikipedia and Classroom Program training session in Bogatanga. Again, my name is Rebecca Dingbono, your trainer for this session, and even throughout the other sessions. It's good to have you guys back, and I'd like to know how your day was. How was your weekend? And throughout the day, how was it? Okay, so I see a celebration emoji from Abraham. I believe yours was an exciting one. Okay, so quick, this session will take about 20 to 15 minutes. But then let's take a quick recap on everything that we learned the other time. So I got to know you all and the schools you are affiliated to. And today we are continuing with the following agenda. We spoke about introduction to reading Wikipedia in the classroom the other time, but then today we're diving more deeply into what Wikipedia is, the common misconception of Wikipedia. We'll take a 5-minute break and then come back to talk about the value of Wikipedia, how it brings value in class. We'll take some questions and then wrap up. But then please, let's not forget our various guidelines and rules for this session and even throughout the session. Just remember that during this session, we communicate using comments in the chat. And also participation principles includes we participate actively and openly. We need to be interactive as possible. And please, if we have any doubts, we ask new questions. Please try not to repeat questions that are already asked. And also please listen attentively and respect the views of others. Please remember to complete your assignment on time because you are required to complete your assignment before you get a certificate. And we try to become a supportive and respectful learning community. So please, let's try to stick to these participation guidelines or principles so that we have a successful training. We went through all this, that students are already using Wikipedia and consuming information online. Thus, it's good we value this program and participate actively to learn about media information literacy skills in guiding the students. And also when used, when this program is being run well, Wikipedia can be a valuable methodically to develop 21st century skills. And also the program seeks to demonstrate how Wikipedia can be leveraged to foster media information literacy skills. It's divided in 3 models according to the UNESCO Media Information Literacy Framework, and that includes access, evaluation, and creation of information. And we are still on model 1 of the session, your certificate requirements. I believe you already know that. And today we are diving into topic 2, that is Wikipedia basics. So please stay with me and let's try to make this interactive as possible. I know we encounter technical difficulties, likely, but then let's try to exercise some patience and respect. Okay, so let's start. To start with, do you remember the first time you encountered Wikipedia? How did you find it and what did you think of it? Please type your answers in the comment section below. You have 5 minutes to share your answers. So you can get to it right now. But then let me try sharing mine. So the first time I heard about Wikipedia was during the COVID break. And I had the opportunity to join the Ghana user page in editing Wikipedia article, and it was an interesting one. I think so. I learned a lot about Wikipedia and also getting to know that Wikipedia is written in diverse languages. It was a fascinating thing for me. And I think Wikipedia is a good encyclopedia that will actually help a lot of students and teachers. And this program is a good one that will supplement the needs of teachers in getting media and information literacy skills using Wikipedia and also guiding students to do better on the media space. Okay, so thanks for sharing your thoughts. However, I'll share with you some argument that responds to the main misconceptions about Wikipedia. So let me read a few answers in the comments section. One says that I used it to do my assignments. Okay, yes. And also, how did you find it? It was quite a good resource. Okay, good. What do you think of it? Abraham says Wikipedia is full of plagiarism. Okay, so that's your view. Emilia says, I see Wikipedia as actually, I'm not getting that right. I think of Wikipedia as a research source. Okay, so those are your opinions, but then let's go into more arguments about Wikipedia. But then, what is Wikipedia? Let's start with that concept. Let's try to know what Wikipedia is. It was created on January 15, 2001. It's a free online encyclopedia that tries to share the sum of all knowledge. So Wikipedia entails a lot of knowledge on various subjects. And it's written collaboratively by largely anonymous volunteers who write without pay. So people volunteer to write Wikipedia without pay all over the world. So we can find Wikipedia editors in Ghana, India, Pakistan, and all over the world. And also anyone with internet access can edit Wikipedia or can improve Wikipedia articles, including you and I. 1.5 billion unique visitors monthly as of March 2020. So as of March 2020, Wikipedia has about 1.5 billion unique visitors. So it's an online encyclopedia that many people visit all over the world. And over 54 million articles are in more than 300 languages on the page. So Wikipedia contains a lot of languages that you can read on the articles. So you can pick an article in English and then you can read it in Twi. So there are a whole lot of more than 300 languages that you can use in reading Wikipedia articles, including Spanish, French, and a whole lot. And it's not a finished project. Wikipedia keeps on changing. It keeps on getting better and better. So recently, Wikipedia have the Quicks, an app tool. It's used to access Wikipedia without internet connection. And Wikipedia keeps on evolving, getting better and interesting. But then let's go through the common misconceptions about Wikipedia. A lot of people claim that anyone can add their opinion on Wikipedia. And however, opinions are not allowed on Wikipedia. Wikipedia articles should be backed by reliable secondary sources. And if someone adds content that does not follow this rule, it will be removed by Wikipedia articles. So on Wikipedia, you don't just add opinions, you add information from reliable sources that can be verified as reliable. And in case you edit Wikipedia based on opinions, these edits can be reverse deleted, and you can even be removed from the page or have your account blocked. Also, some misconception includes that the editorial control of Wikipedia is left progressive or liberal. However, no single organization has editorial control over Wikipedia. It's entirely edited by volunteers, and this would address through open dialogue. Although people think that Wikipedia articles cannot be reversed, this is actually not true. Articles are dynamic and continuously improved. So Wikipedia articles are actually up to date. New edits can be deleted, reversed, and even old edits can be restored if necessary. Another misconception is that Wikipedia makes students lazy. They are more likely to commit plagiarism. Because a whole lot of students who engage on Wikipedia without the known knowledge on how to operate the page tend to plagiarize. However, when properly introduced and explained, Wikipedia actually empowers students to do self-directed research using the encyclopedia as a starting point. It can facilitate the development of the key 21st century skills that prevent students from committing plagiarism. And this is one of the key concepts of this project or this training, to enlighten teachers about Wikipedia and help you leverage the page with media information literacy skills, so you can also guide students to do well in navigating the media space critically and responsibly. But then I don't know, in case I didn't capture any of the misconceptions, please let me know in the comment section and we can address that. However, you can learn more about this topic as you go through the assignments and the Wikipedia page. Your assignments will give you more detailed knowledge about this or some of this misconception, and also the Wikipedia page guides you on how to use the page. It also enables you to know some of the guidelines and pillars of Wikipedia, so you don't have bad or misconceptions about it. And then let's dive into our break. We're gonna have a quick break, 5 minutes break. So you can use this break to take a stretch and get a snack. I'm going to get a snack actually. And please don't forget to leave questions on the chat in case you need some clarifications. So let's go into a break. And we are right back again. I hope everyone is in. Okay, so welcome back again. And we are starting a new activity. Welcome back again. Welcome, Abraham, Emilia, Isaac. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so on to topic 3, the value of Wikipedia in the classroom. So what do you think is the value of Wikipedia in the classroom? How is Wikipedia important in the classroom? Please, you can let me know your opinions in the comment section in the chat. So we go through it. So you can do this with the following trend. Why students can use Wikipedia. My students can use Wikipedia, My student can use Wikipedia too. Then you provide. When my students use Wikipedia, they should always keep in mind that. So let me know your answers. Type your answers in the comment section. I'll be reading some of them out loud. Okay, so from Emma says that my student can use Wikipedia to do assignments. And also when my students use Wikipedia, they should always keep in mind that Wikipedia edits can be reversed. Okay, thank you, Emma. Thank you for your answer. Okay, so let's get into it. The value of Wikipedia in the classroom. Wikipedia cites reliable sources. So Wikipedia editors identify, evaluate, and cite reliable sources that enrich the article. And that's one value of Wikipedia. So you don't just get information from sources that are not verifiable or not reliable, but sources from Wikipedia are actually reliable, and you can actually vote on them for your information in getting rightly formed. Wikipedia strives to unbiased. So Wikipedia articles are actually edited on both sides. It entails the controversial aspect and the agreement aspect of it. It's made up of diverse views. Wikipedia doesn't just follow a certain kind of view, but then it causes you to understand views from different perspectives. So it makes the Wikipedia page unbiased. So Wikipedia is up to date. It has more editors than any other information source. So Wikipedia articles are edited every second, every minute, as time goes on. And also, Wikipedia articles tend to cover the knowledge gaps, and it contains information on various topics in diverse languages. So in case you are not familiar with English, you can read Wikipedia in Twi, you can read Wikipedia in Frafra, you can read Wikipedia in Ga, and that is a good thing about Wikipedia. And also, Wikipedia is already being used by educators around the world to foster digital skills, critical thinking, research skills, and reach a variety of learning objectives in formal and informal education initiatives. So, for example, Wikipedia Ghana user page has organized a lot of workshops where we edit Wikipedia articles in taking into consideration women in Ghana on the media space. So we try to represent a lot of prominent and notable women in Ghana on Wikipedia. So in case people search about them, they get to know about them. And also we try to also involve culture from diverse backgrounds in all over Ghana, from the northern part to the southern, to the west, and to the east, tries to capture all that. And Wikipedia Ghana user groups also seeks to do a lot of initiatives that will help information about Ghana or Ghana's culture on Wikipedia to be in diverse language. So you don't need to be conversant or good in English before you can use Wikipedia, but then you can read Wikipedia in Twi, in Frafra, in Ga, and a whole lot. And these initiatives are helping championing free knowledge system and reducing the knowledge gaps. Now on to questions and answers. In case you have any questions for me, something you don't understand, you need clarification, please let me know. Okay, so let's review some of the questions we got on the comment section. Amma says, please, how can I join the Wikipedia Ghana user group? Okay, so I think I'll send the link so you join the page, but then please feel free to create an account on Wikipedia, and as we go through the various models, at the end of it all, I think you'll be equipped enough to edit Wikipedia articles at ease, okay? Because anyone can edit Wikipedia, pertaining that to follow the various guidelines. Isaac also says, does Wikipedia allow only qualified people? Oh, as I said, Wikipedia allows any person to be able to edit the platform. In case of any question, please let me know and I'll address it as we move on. But then let's keep this conversation going. Now, on to the next 10. Let's do a quick recap on some of the topics we learned about today. We are going to read the following statements and write your answers in the comments so we get to know whether you've actually understood everything that I said. So the first one is the Reading Wikipedia in the Classroom program contains 5 learning models. So please let me know on the chat. Does it contain actually 5 learning models? Is it true or false? Okay, I'm gonna say this is false. Great, so let's get the answer. So it's actually false. It contains 3 models made up of model 1, 2, and 3. Model 1 talks about access of information, how to access information. That's what we are diving into. How to access information from various sources such as Wikipedia. And model 2 talks about evaluation, how to evaluate Wikipedia articles and finding their quality and a whole lot. And model 3 talks about creating information and how to create information on Wikipedia, edit Wikipedia articles, and contribute to free knowledge on Wikipedia. So it's actually made up of 3 models. There are Wikipedia articles written by volunteers from, so which country allows volunteers to edit Wikipedia? The answer is, it's written by volunteers from all over the world. So Wikipedia is not specifically for a particular country, but then any other country, any other person from that, any country can edit Wikipedia, okay? If I add my personal opinions to a Wikipedia article without citing any source, it will stay on Wikipedia forever. Is that true or false? Okay, let's see the answer. It's false. Wikipedia articles will remove non-factual information. As I said, Wikipedia doesn't just allow any person to edit with their own opinions, but you need to cite reliable sources so that your information will be accepted. If not, your edits can be reversed and you may even risk being blocked on the page, okay? When properly introduced and explained, Wikipedia can facilitate the development of the key 21st century skills. Is that true or false? So it's true. It can strengthen research skills, critical thinking, and all that. Wikipedia, if introduced well through even the MIL framework, I think it will equip a lot of people in finding the necessary skills, such as how to access information, how to evaluate information, and how to create information. It will foster research skills and their critical thinking and how to navigate media space in the right way. And then we have made it. We've written in the first session, training of reading Wikipedia in the classroom. Thank you all for sticking with me. And thank you all for your time, the questions, and the collaboration. Congrats, everybody. Okay. I see a question that who edits Wikipedia? Okay, actually, we've already answered that already. Now, on to your next step. Please be reminded that you need to start working on the Reading Wikipedia in the Classroom program, Teacher's Guide Model 1. Try to go through it to get more insights on the presentation I did today. Also, try to do your assignments, okay? Work on the assignment you find at the end of the session. So each session has an assignment that you need to work on it. And some sessions also allow you to take notes directly. So in case you need to take some notes so that you easily understand it, you can do that. And remember that your assignments being completed will help you get your certificate. So please get right onto it. And use the forum to share assignments as you progress through the first model. Refer back to our program schedule for suggested date that will allow you to complete assignments at a good pace. Keep an eye out for announcement of our second training. I'll let you know when we'll be having our second training. And please feel free to reach out to me in case you have any question. You can email me at rebecca2017@gmail.com. And please feel free to ask me any question in case you have any. Please, in case of any question, please let me know so we address it before we go. Okay, but then to take a quick recap on everything that we did, we spoke about Wikipedia, it being established in 2001. We spoke about how Wikipedia is edited by collaborative volunteers from all over the world. And then Wikipedia is made up of articles in diverse languages, about more than 300 languages. And we also talked about the demerits and merits of Wikipedia, the misconceptions and the reality of it, that Wikipedia is not a platform where you can edit your opinions, but then you need to reference reliable sources. Wikipedia is up to date and it keeps on transforming, it keeps on getting better and better. New unique features are coming out of Wikipedia, and Wikipedia can actually help a lot of teachers and also help many people develop 21st century skills and a whole lot. In case I've left out anything, you can draw my attention to it. Okay, it's value to teachers and all that. Wikipedia will equip teachers with the necessary MIL skills in navigating the media space. And this training will help you leverage Wikipedia in getting knowledge on how to access, evaluate, and create your own information on the media space. They also guide you to also teach students how to do so and not plagiarize on the page. And I think that's it. So thank you for your time and participation. And I hope to see you next time again. Please, our next session will be on topic 3. And I can't wait to dive into it with it. Please try to go through the teacher's guide, try to do your assignment, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone. Bye.